Welcome to Handsome Trivia Classic Style. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. It's time to grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, a dry erase board, and a marker. I got 15 questions for you that I have written back in the day, right here in downtown Raleigh. If you are around this area or wherever you are, I just want to say peace. Hope you're doing well. Grab some paper or open pages or one of your writing apps, and let's play some trivia. Tonight, we got some random questions for you, ranging from 100 to 1,500 points. These questions will be read about 3 times each, and I'll give you a little time to think about it at the end of each round. You can even pause if you want to. The final round, you will wager half of your points. That is the minimum bet, is 50% of your final score after those 3 rounds. And after that, after you answer that final question correctly, we'll find out what the grand total is. And I encourage you to share those with us to see how you have done. Tonight is the classic style. We'll be back on Monday. I do apologize for missing Monday. You know how it goes, especially right now. I appreciate each and one of you guys that are playing right now. Hopefully you'll share this with your friends and play along. We go to round number 1. Round 1, that's right. Round 1, question number 1, worth 100 points. What animal does not appear in the Chinese zodiac? What animal does not appear in the Chinese zodiac? Is that dragon, rabbit, dog, or hummingbird? Dragon, rabbit, dog, hummingbird. Which animal does not appear in the Chinese zodiac? Dragon, rabbit, dog, hummingbird. Worth 200 points. What is the name of the Jewish New Year? What is the name of the Jewish New Year? Is it Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, or Rosh Hashanah? Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. What is the name of the Jewish New Year? That's worth 200 points. In round number 1, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, or Rosh Hashanah. I think we can move on. 300 points. How many blue stripes are on the U.S. flag? How many blue stripes are there on the U.S. flag? 6, 7, 13, or 0? 6, 7, 13, 0. How many stripes, the color blue, on the United States of America flag? 6, 7, 13, or 0? Worth 400 points. Moving right along in round number 1. This is an appropriate song. What color is Donald Duck's bow tie? What color is Donald Duck's bow tie? Is it green, yellow, blue, or red? Green, yellow, blue, or red. What color is Donald Duck's bow tie? Green, yellow, blue, or red in this first round. Super easy. Moving on to the last question. We're 500 points. Do you know the answer to this? What was the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of? Oh, well, you let a little left field there for you for 500 points. Don't miss it. For 500 points, what is the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of? Is that Kool and the Gang, Commodores, Marshall Tucker Band, Earth, Wind and Fire? Kool and the Gang, Commodores, Marshall Tucker Band, Earth, Wind and Fire. What was the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of? That one's worth 500 points. Kool and the Gang, Commodores, Marshall Tucker Band, Earth, Wind, and Fire. All right, we're going to review round one. Question number one. What animal does not appear on the Chinese zodiac? Is that dragon, rabbit, dog, hummingbird? 200-point question. What is the name for the Jewish New Year? Is that Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah? For 300 points, how many blue stripes are there on the U.S. flag? 6, 7, 13, 0. For 400 points, what color is Donald Duck's bow tie? Green, yellow, blue, red. And for 500 points, what was the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of? Kool and the Gang, Commodores, Marshall Tucker Band, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's round one, ladies and gents. It is now time to think. I'll give you about 20 seconds to think about these answers. You can pause if you like to. Right, meow. Don't worry, I have faith in you. I have faith in you. You do it. You can do it. First question, 100 points. Which of these four animals does not appear on the Chinese zodiac? Your answer, the hummingbird. For 100 points. For 200 points. I had fun with this one, right? Kwanzaa is an incorrect answer. Oh, but yes, Rosh Hashanah is the name of the Jewish New Year. For 300 points. Blue stripes on the U.S. flag. If you do know the United States flag, you know there are 0 blue stripes. There's a blue square, though. For 400. What color is Donald Duck's bow tie? Did you cheat? I hope you didn't. If you do know Disney, you know Donald's bow tie is red. That's worth 400 points. And who knows disco, funk, and soul better than Handsome Rob? You know, I'd stick a funk disco question in there. Lionel Richie is from the band for 500 points. Known as the Commodores. That's right. Did you get it? I hope you did. Congratulations if you did. Share those points. Share your scores right now. I'd like to see what you got. I hope you're doing well. Hope you got a perfect score so far as we go to round two. Yeah. Round number 2, 600 points. Questions get a little harder. We start with this one. In the Pirates of the Caribbean, what was the name of Captain Jack Sparrow's ship? The Marauder, the Black Pearl, the Black Python, the Slytherin. The Marauder, the Black Pearl, the Black Python, the Slytherin. What is the name of Captain Jack Sparrow's ship in the film series Pirates of the Caribbean? Worth 600 points. Kind of Disney heavy in this week's game. The Marauder, the Black Pearl, the Black Python, the Slytherin. What is the name of Captain Jack Sparrow's ship in the movie series Pirates of the Caribbean? Worth 700 points. Linda and Bob of Bob's Burgers have 3 kids. Which one of these characters is not one of them? Louise, Jimmy, Jean, Tina. Linda and Bob from Bob's Burgers have 3 kids. Which of the following is not one of those children? Louise, Jimmy, Jean, Tina. Have you seen Bob's Burgers? If you haven't, you need to do yourself a favor. I guess you can tell what I've been watching since we've had our break here. Louise, Jimmy, Jean, Tina. Oh my goodness. Linda and Bob of Bob's Burgers have 3 children. Which of those 4 is not one of them? Here's another movie reference. Do you know Holly Golightly? She's a character from which film? Holly Golightly is a character from which film? Is that Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Girl, Singing in the Rain, or Pretty in Pink? I bet you didn't know this. I did a play called Singing in the Rain back in the day. Back in high school. Oh, that's a long time ago. That's not a clue by any means. Holly Golightly is a character in which film? Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Girl, Singing in the Rain, Pretty in Pink. Worth 800 points. Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Girl, Singing in the Rain, Pretty in Pink. Holly Golightly, she's a character in which one of those? Moving right on into the 900-point question. More numbers for this week. How old do you have to be to enter the Hunger Games? How old do you have to be to enter the Hunger Games? 10, 15, 12, 21. How old do you have to be to enter the Hunger Games? 10, 15, 12, or 21? That one's worth 900 points. And my last old school question for round 2, worth 1,000. What is Shakespeare's shortest tragedy? Shakespeare has a laundry of tragedies, but which one is his shortest? Is it Macbeth, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, or Othello? Macbeth, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, Othello. Which of those is Shakespeare's shortest tragedy? Once again, for the 1,000-point question, what is Shakespeare's shortest tragedy? Is it Macbeth, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, or Othello? We're going to go ahead and review round 2. Question number 6, worth 600 points in the Pirates of the Caribbean. What is the name of Captain Jack Sparrow's ship? Is it the Marauder, the Black Pearl, the Black Python, or the Slytherin? For 700 points, Linda and Bob from Bob's Burgers have 3 children. Which of these characters is not one of them? Louise, Jimmy, Jean, Tina. Worth 800 points. Holly Golightly is a character in which film? Is that Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Girl, Singing in the Rain, Pretty in Pink? For 900 points, how old do you have to be to join the Hunger Games? 10, 15, 12, 21. And for 1,000 points, what is Shakespeare's shortest tragedy? Is that Macbeth, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, Othello? That's round number 3, ladies and gents. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to think about it. It's time to think. Round number 2. This song is beautiful. It really does. It really does the heart well. Round number 2, 600-point question. If you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, you would know that Captain Jack Sparrow's ship is named the Black Pearl. For 700 points, Jimmy is not one of Bob and Linda's kids. I'm glad. I'm sure Tina would be upset if that did happen. Breakfast at Tiffany's, Funny Girl, Singing in the Rain, Pretty in Pink. Which 4 of those featured the character Holly Golightly, played by Audrey Hepburn? Breakfast at Tiffany's. For 900 points, how old do you have to be to join the Hunger Games? The youngest contestants of the Hunger Games were 12 years old. And for 1,000 points, what is Shakespeare's shortest play? For 1,000 points, it is the play you cannot say, the Scottish play Macbeth. Worth 1,000 points. That is Shakespeare's shortest play. How'd you do? Let's see those scores. Share those scores right now for round 2. What's your totals looking like? Let's see some leaders. Big shout out to Patio Beers, Bryce's Brewing, Coghlan's, Isaac Hunters, Parliament. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. We go to round 3. Round number 3. The questions get a little bit harder, and the points a little higher. For 1,100 points in 2017, what was the #1 cookie in the United States of America? Was it Chips Ahoy, Belvita, Oreo, Nutty Bar? That's like the Little Debbie's Nutty Bar, yeah. So Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies, the Belvita breakfast cookie, the Oreo chocolate and cream sandwich cookie, or the Nutty Bar from Little Debbie. Which one of those is the #1 cookie in the United States in 2017? In 2017, which of these were the #1 cookie in the U.S.? Chips Ahoy, Belvita, Oreo, Nutty Bar. Who's thinking about cookies now? That was worth 1,100 points. Chips Ahoy, Belvita, Oreo, Nutty Bar. This one's worth 1,200 points. How many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts does an octopus have? 1, or 2, 3, or 4? How many hearts does an octopus have? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Kind of sounds like an octopus. Uh-oh. How many hearts does an octopus have? 1, 2, 3, or 4? We're 1,200 points. Number 13, 1,300 point question. The Powerpuff Girls. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. The Powerpuff Girls are 3 different colors. What are they? What are the 3 colors of the Powerpuff Girls? Don't cheat. Is it red, yellow, green? Yellow, blue, green. Blue, green, red. Green, purple, orange. Red, yellow, green. Yellow, blue, green. Blue, green, red. Green, purple, orange. The Powerpuff Girls are three different colors. What are they? For 1,300 points, once again, the Powerpuff Girls are three different colors. What are they? Red, yellow, green. Yellow, blue, green. Green, blue, green, red. Green, purple, orange. Say those 5 times fast. 1,400 points. In which city was Ferris Bueller Days Off? Ferris Bueller Days. In which city was Ferris Bueller's Day Off filmed? There we go. You can do it. Chicago, Pittsburgh, New York, San Francisco. The iconic film Donk a Shame. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ferris Bueller's Days Off. Why is there an S on days? Is that Chicago, Pittsburgh, New York City, or San Francisco? Where is Ferris Bueller's Day Off filmed? Second to last question, worth 1,400 points. Chicago, Pittsburgh, New York, San Francisco. In which city was Ferris Bueller's Day Off filmed? And for 1,500 points, last question in this round. What is the only king in a deck of cards without a mustache? What is the only king in a deck of cards without a mustache? Is that the King of Diamonds, the King of Clubs, the King of Spades, or the King of Hearts? The King of Diamonds, the King of Clubs, the King of Spades, or the King of Hearts? You got a 1 out of 4 chance. What is the only king in a deck of cards without a mustache? For 1,500 points, the last question in the multi-choice round. King of Diamonds, King of Clubs, King of Spades, King of Hearts. Which king does not have a mustache in the deck of cards? All right, ladies and gents, we're going over round number 3. For 1,100 points. In 2017, what was the number 1 cookie in the United States? Was that Chips Ahoy, Belvita, Oreo, or Nutty Bar? For 1,200 points, how many hearts does an octopus have? 1, 2, 3, or 4? The Powerpuff Girls are 3 different colors. What are they? Red, yellow, green. Yellow, blue, green. Blue, green, red. Green, purple, orange. For 1,400 points, in which city was Ferris Bueller Day Off filmed? Chicago, Pittsburgh, NYC, San Francisco. And the 1,500 point question, what is the only king in a deck of cards without a mustache? Is that the King of Hearts, the King of Clubs, the King of Spades, or the King of Hearts? All right, and give you some time to think. Wrapping up round 3, back in like 30. Round 3, 1,100-point question. Did you get some cookies while we were? Did you pause and get some cookies? Did you get some Oreos? Because they are the most popular cookie. I believe they still are. But as of 2017, Oreo was the most popular cookie in the United States. For 1,200 points, how many hearts does an octopus have? Weirdly enough, an octopus has 3 hearts. Yes. That's about as far as I could go on octopus knowledge. 1,300. Powerpuff Girls are what colors? They are. Blue, green, red. Did you answer that one correctly? Blue, green, red for the Powerpuff Girls. Give yourselves a pat on the back if you did get that one right. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a mouthful. I can't talk today. It was filmed none other than Chicago. And your last question. What is the only king in a deck of cards without a mustache? If you said King of Diamonds, you would be incorrect. It's the King of Hearts. 1,500 points for the King of Hearts. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Share your scores. What you get? What is your final score after multiple choice trivia? We got the final question coming up next. What is your score? Share them. Let's see it. Final question. The final round is right now. One question remains. This is where you wager at least 50%. Half your points. Half your points is your minimum wager. We have one question with just one answer. Tonight's category, presidential locations. What do you know about presidential locations? How much are you willing to wager? It's at least 50% of your final score. Working our way to the grand total. Final question in the category of presidential locations. What is your wager? Get it down right now. And here's your final question, ladies and gentlemen. At what iconic location was Richard Nixon when he delivered his infamous "I am not a crook" speech? At what iconic location was Richard Nixon when he delivered his infamous "I am not a crook" speech? That is the final question. What do you think? I'm not going to give you any clues. Richard Nixon gave his infamous "I am not a crook" speech at what iconic location? The final question. Here's your time to pause if you need to. Pause now if you need to. The final question, once again. At what iconic location was Richard Nixon when he delivered his infamous "I am not a crook" speech? He was at none other than Disney World, Orlando, Florida. Hey, I think I'm missing Florida. Big up. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Disney World is the final answer to that question of where Richard Nixon gave the "I am not a crook" speech. It's at Disney. There's some fun rabbit holes you could go down with Disney and Richard Nixon, but we won't go there. So what are your totals? What are those grand totals? Share your team names and your grand totals in the comments. I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for playing the game. We'll be getting down like that at Coughlin's and other clubs and places around the world very soon. Thank you so much for playing Handsome Rob's Classic Trivia. I hope to see you on Monday when we do it live on Monday night, 7 o'clock on my Facebook, The Handsome Rob. Check it out. Thank you once again. Smell you later. Peace.